Bills versus Jets. The Jets beat the Bills, upset them 20-17. Everybody at the table picked the Bills. I told you guys the Jets, Zach Wilson, he's bouncing back. He's going to win this game.
There's literally a picture out with all our picks. There's literally a picture out with all our picks.
Lie. Everyone could go on the Instagram and look at it.
Zach.
Yo, bro, really just tried to lie.
The Jets are now 6-3. And, you know, after the game, I tweeted, because I had a tweet right after. I was like, I chuckled. And I told
now the tweets hilarious. It's like 160 yards.
I told Dolphins fans, y'all thought second place was reserved for you. That spot's for the Jets, baby. It's for the Jets. And Zach Wilson, he had a bounce back game. Now, it's
strong.
I want to. No, it's not strong. That's exactly what he did. And you know what's the thing, Joel, is that everybody gave up on Zach, right? Everybody gave up on Zach.
You're part of everybody.
I did not give up on
everybody.
Zach. Bro, I never give up on Zach.
I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead.
I just said I'm not going to hype up Zach no more.
Okay, we were in the same boat. We were in the same boat. I said there's no expectation. If he does great, great. If he does great, if he does bad,
you was in a Titanic. I was in a lifeboat. I was still doing my thing. This is what I'll say. Drew came here after the Denver game. Zach is shit. Zach is this. Trevor Lawrence had a worse game against Denver. Ain't hear shit from Drew about that. Then against the Patriots, it was an awful game. We were at the game. We saw it live. It wasn't a great experience. No doubt. He struggled. He had a great first drive. He was amazing. Then against the Bills, who everybody picked us to lose, people probably pressed the over on Zach over 0.5 interceptions, right? Everybody probably did it on Boom Fantasy.
On Boom, everyone was going crazy on it.
But guess what? That didn't happen. He had a fumble.
Almost had an interception.
It wasn't his fault, though.
Yeah,
no doubt. Yeah, it was just C.J. Uzomah having stone hands.
He threw a rifle to him, though, for no reason.
Got to catch
I agree, but it's a tight end. Yeah, but I'm with you.
Zach Wilson bounced back. Was it a statistically awesome game? No. But that's what I wanted to see. The Bills are one of the best defenses in football. I mean, I'll take 150 yards a touchdown, no turnovers, and a 100 passer rating.
You will? You will?
Against a top defense?
You will?
Of course.
Wow.
With the win?
This is growth. This is growth. This is growth.
This is not growth.
For me, this is growth.
What do you mean? What's your problem?
What's
your problem?
Because 2 weeks ago, you said, I would rather Zach go out there 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and lose. This is growth. This is growth.
When did I say that?
Just a few weeks ago with the Elijah Moore mess.
You got to use context when we talk about these things, because there's definitely context behind that statement.
Context was we had the Elijah Moore debate going back and forth. I said Elijah Moore has to be a team player. We're winning. And you said, you know what? This way of winning is not sustainable. I want Zach to go out there for 300 yards.
What I said, Joe, what I said was that I didn't like Michael Floyd's play calling. His play calling was awesome.
And he was fantastic on
this. But
Sunday.
Listen, I can make this Zach thing. I'll talk quickly about this, about Zach. He averaged 2.17 seconds to throw. Under 2 when he throws the ball with under 2.5 seconds, 0.31 EPA, 16 for 19, 7.37 yards per attempt. When he takes longer than 2.5 seconds to throw, negative 0.55 EPA, 2 for 6, 2.32 yards per attempt. When we were previewing the Jets in the offseason, Dehls, what did I tell you? I said, listen, Zach Wilson is great in the quick game. When he gets the ball out quick, that's his biggest strength. So that's what I want to see more of this season. Wasn't seeing it for the most of these games, but this game it happened. But let's talk about the biggest hero of them all this game. This is our defense. The Jets defense is the top unit in football. Right now, we're 5th in defensive DVOA. And what this win told me about the Jets is that we're a serious playoff team. Nobody can. No, you're gonna laugh. It's funny.
No, I'm laughing at the way you said it. That's it. I apologize. Just the way you came.
People can laugh, but you know what's funny? Before the season, in the off season, I came on this show and I said the NFL isn't ready for the New York Jets. They're sleeping on the Jets. People said I was dumb for it. They was laughing in the comments. People stitched that video of them snoring on their pillows, sleeping on the Jets. And now what's happening? Everything I said was correct, because what I say here, I spit facts. I might miss some, but my home runs, they're out the park. And the Jets, I knew they were going to be this good when they had the free agency, when they had the draft that they had.
Is this facts?
And now the defense being this good, never in doubt. When they drafted Sauce, I said he's the next Darrelle Revis. Oh yeah, he's playing like it.
Darrell's crazy, but I get it. I get it. A little crazy, but
Robert
I get it.
Saleh is the head coach for this team, and I just get so excited thinking about the Jets because Zach Wilson hasn't even hit his stride yet. When Zach Wilson starts to hit his stride, he gets into we're going to upset a team in the playoffs. We have a 55% chance to make the playoffs. The Jets, I was wrong in the offseason because I said we're going to be in the hunt. We're not in no hunt. We have already hunted. We are going to make the playoffs. It's a fact.
And you'll win a playoff game.
We can.
The New York Jets will win a playoff game.
With that offense?
We definitely can.
You mean Zach Wilson?
What about him?
Yeah, we'll win.
Can you just take your bias out off just for a second? Just for a second.
In the offseason, all we wanted to be was in the hunt, right? I came on the show, and I really didn't think this team had many holes, right? Looking at just on paper, my biggest concern was safety and linebacker because defensive line I thought was great. The cornerback room was great. I thought the offensive line before all the injury was strong. The running backs, receivers, I really didn't see a lot of holes on this team. It took a few weeks. To start off the year, I think it was week 1 or 2, I came on here and I said, Robert Saleh has to step up because if he has a bad season, if this defense is bottom in the league again, I'm not sure if he's going to be the head coach of the Jets next year. And it took them a little bit to get going. Week 1 against Baltimore, sure, we held them in terms of, Lamar rushing yards and the running backs, but we still gave up 24 points, multiple miscommunications on big touchdown plays. The Browns game, we gave up 30 to Jacoby Brissett. The Bengals put up 27, dominated us. But from that Steelers game on, to your guy, Zach Wilson, back on the field, the defense changed. The defense has been if you said they're the best defense in football, what they just did to the Buffalo Bills, what they just did to Josh Allen, really shutting them down, there's not many defenses that could say they did that to what you guys think are the best quarterback in football.
Josh Allen's first game with a negative EPA per dropback was against the Jets.
They're top 10 in scoring, top 5 in yards per play allowed, 5th most takeaways, and this unit really just feels like it's getting started. Quinnen Williams, Sauce, DJ Reed, all Pro Bowlers. I think Sauce and Quinnen should both be getting all Pro votes, and DJ Reed may just not have the name like a Jair or Jalen Ramsey, but he's been playing as a top 10 quarter, and Michael Carter as well in the slot has been fantastic.
Can't say about Jordan Whitehead.
No, Jordan Whitehead's been solid. Poyer, Joyner's been solid too. This defense has really come out and it's carried this team without a doubt. I had some skepticism once Brees goes down. How can we consistently put drives together, put points on the board? Because I know the defense is going to give us a chance every single week. Now, offensively, there's question marks. Zach Wilson, when he's in a rhythm, when LaFleur is calling a good game, when we're staying ahead of the sticks, we can put up points. We're not going to put up 30, 40 points a game, but if we could put up anywhere from 20 to 27 points week in and week out, I like our chances against damn near anybody. The way this defense is playing, we're able to rush for and get pressure. With the corners we have, the secondary we have, Stephon Diggs had some. It's Stephon Diggs. But outside that first catch, he really didn't do much against Sauce. Gabe Davis had a very quiet week. He only had 2 catches.
13 yards.
This offense for the Bills, which looked like an absolute juggernaut, got shut down by the Jets. And this is a type of game that puts the Jets on the map. This is a type of game that once those guys go in the locker room, they could say, oh, we always believed, we knew we had a chance. Once you win this type of game against the Buffalo Bills, after losing against the Patriots where it looked like just the fucking boat is sinking and everyone's jumping ship, to have this comeback game, to be able to beat Buffalo, who has been not only the best team in the AFC East, arguably the best team in the AFC and a lot of people's Super Bowl favorites. No one gave us a chance. We were 2 touchdown underdogs. No one thought we had a chance of even being competitive in this game, let alone winning. This is a type of win that stamps Robert Saleh, that stamps the defense, and really puts the Jets on the map as a serious playoff contender because with scoring being down across the board, as we mentioned all season long, you do not need to put up 30 points against Kansas City or against Buffalo when you have this type of defense that can cause takeaways, can sack the quarterback. We have 7 guys in the defensive line that can come in and out and get to the quarterback. It's an exceptional win. It's something I haven't seen in my Jets life, really, outside of Rex Ryan days. This is really not something, because every year we're out-coached. We don't have the personnel, whatever it might be. This is not just a personnel win. This is a coaching win. This is Robert Saleh going up against Sean McDermott. It's Robert Saleh stamping himself, because I had questions about Saleh. I was never the biggest Saleh guy, but this absolutely stamps it. The culture has changed. The defense halfway through his second season has shown this was the right move to bring him over from San Francisco. LaFleur had a great game. Now we're going into a bye and a huge week against the New England Patriots. We cannot lose both games. If we go into Foxborough and win, that only helps my point more.
There's a brand new fantasy app. It's called Boom Fantasy. You got over-unders, player props. You got matchups. This player versus that player. That's personally my favorite. And long shots. You can win 40 times your money. And if I'm not mistaken, Joel, NBA is coming soon.
Yes, sir. NBA will be in the app in the next 10 days or so. I believe opening night is October 19th, so we'll have stuff up a few days beforehand. That's going to be fun because we have it every night. You don't have to wait till Monday, Thursday.
Did you get your code? The league pass?
I did get my code for the league pass.
I got my code too.
Yep, that's amazing.
That's from 2K, right?
Yes.
That's tough.
Amazing.
That's fire.
So if you guys haven't already, download the Boom Fantasy app right now. Link is in our description or in the caption wherever you're watching. To piggyback off your point, Jets only blitzed on 7% of Allen's dropbacks in the game, which means that they were getting home consistently. And what changed was that in the first half, they ran a lot of cover 1. In the second half, they ran cover 6. And versus cover 6, Allen was 5 for 12, 2 sacks, and an interception. The Jets, adjustments, halftime adjustments, Zach taking care of the ball. To win games, the Jets just got to take care of the ball, play great defense. We're going to win games.
Mike Carter looked really good. And please, I actually hope you guys keep doing it. Keep testing sauce. Game-winning plays. Did against Cortland Sutton. Didn't work. Did against Gabe Davis. Didn't work.
Flag.
I would like my chances week in and week out. Your guy versus my guy. On what?
Gabe Davis.
It wasn't.
Flag.
Gabe Davis extended his arm.
Flag.
No, Gabe Davis extended his arm.
Flag.
You want to go run it back? Gabe Davis extended his arm.
Also,
Cool,
I want to say this too.
I ain't sweating.
After we beat the Bills,
I ain't sweating.
Win. You're Michael Jordan. How do your Michael Jordan look against the Jets?
How
do you look?
After we beat the Bills, Robert Saleh was in the locker room and he said, "We ain't shocked nobody
Yes, you did.
because we expected to win."
Oh, okay.
And Zach Wilson
quote.
in his pressers, Zach Wilson always says, "We don't go into any game and think we're underdogs. We expect to win."
And that's 100% the right thing to say at the podium. But once you go out and actually do it,
I blame Josh Allen.
then the people in the locker room can actually.
Rightfully so.
And now
Josh Allen was ass.
We're undefeated on the road. Just after the bye week, they're beating the Patriots, and Zach Wilson's going to get his revenge on Bill Belichick.
I've heard this before, man. I've heard this before.
Listen, don't
All
turn the
had
ball
to
over
Josh
3
Allen have to
times.
do was
So-
beat him.
In or out, Zach Wilson.
I'm in on Zach. I've always been in on Zach.
So, let me play something really quick.
What are you gonna play?
This was nice. On Joel's Twitter, the illustrious video. I just want to play this for the guys.
Going forward, I'm not expecting anything from Zach Wilson.
Correct.
What he becomes is what
He
he
becomes.
And I will be surprised by neither outcome. Well, actually, I will be surprised if he becomes a great quarterback. I'll be very surprised.
I will.
That's it.
I
That's
will.
all I needed.
I will.
I just,
I will.
I just wish you would ride for one
will.
take. And I thought that it would be the Jets, and I thought it'd
Did
be
I hear
Zach
that
Wilson.
correctly?
What?
You said you risk you ride for what?
For one take?
Got it.
That
You said something else.
But that's neither here nor there. Amazing win for the Jets. This is the biggest win that they've had since beating the Patriots in the playoffs. That's how big this win was. To beat the Bills, to beat the juggernaut in the division, to beat the juggernaut of the AFC conference. This is, I can't say it enough. This is just the biggest win I've seen from New York in over 10 years. The defense has been all world.
Beat the Patriots with Fitzpatrick.
The defense has been all world. The pressure you guys are getting is just amazing. 4 different people getting sacks. You had Sherwood and Quan Alexander share a sack as well. Huff getting involved. Quinnen being dominant. You mentioned it, should receive some all-pro consideration. You guys have just turned it up a whole other notch, and that's credit to Robert Saleh, absolutely. Last year, to be the worst-ranked defense in the league, to be the defensive-minded head coach, and to lead the worst defense in the league was a tough sight to see, and understandably so why Jets fans were hesitant on Robert Saleh. It had to be different this year. You had a full offseason. Joe Douglas put the pieces in play for him to have success on the defensive side of the ball, I should say, at least.
And
he's
sorry, real quick, just to cut you off. Also, credit to the depth that this team has built
100%.
because we've had
100%.
injury after injury on both sides of the ball, and
Denzel
guys have
Mims
stepped in.
blocking his
Denzel
ass
Mims
off.
has been big. Michael Carter has stepped up. I mean, the offensive line in totality has been banged up, and it played fantastic.
It did
against
play
the Bills.
fantastic against the Bills. What really was a key factor, and I feel like it's been the one thing that's glossed over, is the lack of rushing that Buffalo was able to put forth. I think they had 12 carries on 30-something yards between Singletary and James Cook. It was nowhere to be. I think I'm lying. I think it might be a little bit too. Yeah, 39 yards. I apologize. Your guys' rush defense has been at another level right now. Right now, you guys are number 9 in the NFL. It handcuffed what the Bills were able to do. It forced Josh Allen to have to do everything like he's had to do basically the entirety of the season. And when Josh Allen's not on and you don't have the rush game to lean on at that point, then you're really at the mercy of what can Josh Allen do for us? Can he save us? And this past Sunday, the Jets are having none of that. The Jets are looking different. I can't say they're not. I've said it weeks ago. You gotta win one against the Bills. If you want to have this chit-chat of you being different, you got to split one. So here I am, apologizing to you guys because you guys are here, and this is a legit team now.
It doesn't feel like real life.
That you guys that everyone should be considering as a team to worry about because defense wins championships, and right now the Jets are one of the best defense in the league. Talk about the offense real quick. Zach looked good.
Yeah,
Zach looked good. This was the first time in a while where I felt like Zach was trusting his arm. He felt very comfortable, very confident. He made some very strong throws over the middle of the field. And that's what I want to see from Zach. Him trusting himself, not scrambling outside of the pocket, trying to make too much happen. Stay inside, trust your alignment, trust your footwork, trust your mechanics, and make things happen. And that's exactly what he did. He didn't do more. He didn't do less. He managed the game, and he executed a great game plan. Mm-hmm. This was a huge win, a huge confidence boost for not only the Jets as a whole, but for Zach Wilson, that you can go in and beat a superior opponent in the Buffalo Bills. And for that matter, the Jets should be looking at any team and thinking, we can win.
What's up, Rivio? Talk about your squad, man. Michael Jordan year.
Man, it was a tough day. You know, Josh Allen, he just didn't look. Well, for starters, great win for the Jets.
Talk about Zach, baby.
Yeah, you got to pay homage to the Jets. You got to get one. You got the one at home. Great game. The Jets
I get two. Who knows?
No. The Jets game was probably lit. I'm not going to lie. That was the game I wish we would have definitely went to.
And honestly, they said it was like 50% Buffalo fans. You know, they traveled.
Oh, that was probably jumping. Credit to the defense. I'm still skeptical on the offense. I don't know if the offense can win you a game in the playoffs, but just to get in, to be excited about that, that's something the Jets want to see. So shout out to them for that. I do think they'll definitely get in the playoffs at this point. You know, if you prove you can win a game like this against Buffalo, any other game after this should be a cakewalk. Talk about the Bills, though. These low-scoring games, you know, for the most part, you know, against Baltimore, they willed out that one. Against the Chiefs, Josh Allen pulled out that one. Against the Dolphins, they couldn't get that one. In this game, against the Jets, you know, second half, the Jets, well, first half, that interception was just, I don't know what the fuck Josh Allen was thinking.
That was horrible.
Like, he bounced back from it. You know, he had the rushing TDs, had the big run, but that first interception was just, he was bugged. I don't know what was wrong with him. And then in the second half, the Jets made adjustments. Josh Allen couldn't get it going. Like you said, if Josh isn't going, he is their offense. He is their running back. He is their quarterback. If he can't get it going, there's not much the Bills can do. He didn't score a single touchdown. He was missing throws. He just wasn't himself. And this UCL injury, I don't know how bad it's going to be. You know, I'm looking at their schedule. Vikings, Browns, Patriots, Jets again, Dolphins. They got the Bears. They got the Patriots again. They got the Bengals. So he's literally, he had the MVP in his hands. All he had to do was go in, play an amazing game. He was just coming off a good game against the Packers. He had to go in against the Jets, put on a good game. The MVP was there for him. This game kind of put him back a little bit. Now with the UCL injury, I don't know how he's gonna look. These next games, he got Minnesota this week, so these next games are gonna be tough.
He showed that he was hurt the play before. He threw it almost 70 yards.
Yeah, that was insane.
Which was fucking ridiculous. How
And
he can still do that.
Fucking dots.
No, he threw it right on.
No, it was
absolute
perfect.
Dime.
Yeah, he's a rare breed of specimen men. Like, he's just a different type of human,
That's
different
an
type of
accurate
man.
statement.
Greatness.
He's great. now.
Yeah, he's great physique.
But
Made
the
him look
Bills
very
may
normal.
be too reliant on Josh Allen, and that could be their
They
downfall
are.
in the playoffs.
I think they were.
They,
without a
well,
doubt.
they are. I don't want to say they're the same as Baltimore, but they're the same in the sense of they rely heavily on their quarterback to do the bulk of the work. The difference is you have Diggs, you have Gabe Davis. You have these type
It
of
is the
guys.
same as Baltimore. It's just one is a pass heavy, one is.
I'll be honest, it's pretty similar. It's
Yeah, they
Stephon
just-
Diggs, it's
But
Mark Andrews.
On one hand,
I don't think that's.
On one hand, you have the pass-heavy Bills who have Stephon Diggs, one of the best receivers in the league, and Gabe Davis, who's an exceptional deep threat, while you have Baltimore,
Exactly.
who is
Kenyon Drake, he's cool.
a run-heavy team, and they have Kenyon Drake and an injured Gus Edwards. It's Lamar, you know what I mean? Like, at least Josh Allen has some guys
Devontae
to throw
Freeman
to.
was able to have a revitalized
You're not going.
season.
We're
You're not
average
going
like
to talk about Mark
3.8 a carry.
Andrews.
No,
Yeah,
of
he's
course,
not
but we're
Stephon
saying
Diggs. He ain't
like,
Stephon Diggs.
yeah, no, he doesn't have the same sort of impact.